Good morning, everyone. Good morning. The sun is coming up in Pittsburgh, March 10th, 2025. What are your plans today? In Pittsburgh, it's 33 degrees right now, but we're heading for a sunny day, 62 degrees possibly, clear skies. No, I'm not a meteorologist. I'm just saying. It's very rare. But it's nice and quiet and calm here. So, just wanted to share that with you. I've seen some awesome sunrises and sunsets in my life. And they're all beautiful to me. Work of art from God. And maybe this one looks a little dull in some people's opinion. But hey, God created that. He created us. Some of us may think we're imperfect and not like so-and-so, and they have nicer hair or prettier eyes. But God created you the way you are for a reason, because He wanted you to be you. Y-O-U. Not somebody else. Just remember that. God wants you to be you. Anyway, that's my thought for the day. Just a short one. I'm just going to sit on the porch with my coffee and enjoy this sunrise. Remember all the blessings that I have in my life. Good morning, guys. I'm back. I'm sitting on the porch here, and yeah, the sun's in my eyes. My glasses are transitional, so I have to have sunglasses because of my eyes. I'm always squinting, therefore, see how my wrinkles match my squint lines? My squint lines match my whatever. But I wanted to sit here, and I don't mind the sun on me like this in my eyes, because, oh, it's a welcome. It's a welcome for me. I'm sitting out here, and actually the dogs are being good, sitting here with me, and before someone walks by, and then they go full tilt. So this morning, when I showed you the sunshine a few seconds ago that you just saw, I had spoke about, the qualities that you love. Like I said, the sunrise is a masterpiece from God, and I had said that you are a masterpiece of God too. Some of us are always complaining about this, that, and the other thing, about ourselves, the way we look, maybe our bodies or whatever. But there has to be something that you like about yourself. And it's like, I think about my kindergartners. I know I always make them an example, but if one of my kindergartners or even one of my own children came up to me and said, "Mom," or "Mrs. D, look what I made for you." And there's a lot of imperfections, and as a little kindergartner, doesn't have a perfect picture. Well, some do though. But if I said, "Oh, thank you very much, but you went out of the lines over here. Why'd you do that?" Or, "Why did you use that color for the lady's face? Why is it blue?" Or, "Why does this stick figure you made have hands coming out of its head?" Those are all things that are developmental, and kids learn from. Eye-hand coordination, getting the crayons in the line. But the point I'm trying to make is that's the same thing when we say we don't like certain things about ourselves. Like, God made you. And that's like telling him, you know what? Yeah, thanks for making me, but I don't like this. So, in my opinion, I think God has feelings too. But he did things for a reason. Just like the little 5-year-old that's presenting this picture to me. They did things for a reason. That's the way they saw it. That's the way they saw the lady with the arms coming out of her head, or the lady's face was blue, or the guy had hair sticking out everywhere. I mean, kids are very observant too. I can tell you a lot of stories about things that they have done, but that's what I wanted to say. Like, next time you're, oh, I hate my hair, that's something that God gave you as a gift. And a lot of things that we have or do, or situations we go through, that makes you stronger. And you don't see it right now. Or if you didn't get that job that you really wanted and you don't see it right now, God has a plan for you. He really does. We might not like it, but he has a plan. And then you have to wait, because God's not on your timetable, on your watch, on your monthly calendar. He takes his time. His time is different than our time. He doesn't go by what we want right now. Does that make sense to you? It will come eventually, but because you want it right now, it's not like Amazon. You order something in a day or two, you get it. So you don't pray for something in a day or two, you get it. It takes time. And, sometimes we don't deserve some things. Sometimes God thinks that that's not the right thing for you, and you don't see it yet. But in the long run, you will. It takes maturity and patience to learn these things. But what I wanted to do, and if this camera starts moving, is because Gabriel is scratching. But, excuse me, if you could think about it right now, what is one thing, your favorite thing about yourself? It doesn't have to be anything with your looks. It doesn't have to be that. It can be your, the talents you have, the interests you have, how you treat people. Do you have more compassion than a normal person? That would make you different than others. Some people, they see someone crying and they'll just walk by. Whereas there's some people that would stop by and say, do you need a hug? Is there something I can do to help you? Or there's an older woman who cannot get the door open. Or an older man, I keep using woman. There's a little gender bias there I shouldn't have. But can you open the door for them? Here, let me get that for you. Or if you see someone struggling to put their groceries in the back of their car, you want me to pick up that case of water for you, honey? And do it. How hard is it? It takes maybe not even a minute of your time. To open a door for someone and smile at them, that's another thing. You could just smile at somebody. So I'm not saying that we're all bad. I mean, a lot of people have a habit of that, but I'm just saying, like, what is one thing? What is your favorite thing about yourself? Maybe you have a lot of things that are your favorite. It doesn't make you conceited. It makes you appreciate what God gave you. And like, what is your strongest, what do you think is your strongest personality trait? Do you think that you developed your personality, or was it given to you when you were conceived? I used to be a very shy person, believe it or not. Now you can't shut me up. Maybe that's why I have so much to say, because over the years, like this car going by, maybe because over the years I was so quiet and all this stuff built up. I mean, it's just like, a volcano mouth. everything's erupting out. I always have something to say. I could never go to, Bestie Dash said that she was going to go to a temple to meditate. I'm not sure that I could do that. I'm not sure that I could sit there quiet and still. And I admire her that she's able to do that and take the time for herself to do that. But I don't sit still. I'm always moving. I don't know if that has to do with being a mom or a housewife for years, and I went back to school and I was a mom and a housewife and a student, because I didn't go back to school until I was 30 or 28, I can't remember, but my sister's 10 years younger than me and she went back to school after college, after high school, but and I went back the same year as her. So, but what do you think is your strongest personality trait? If someone told you, I think your strongest personality trait, what do you think that they would say? And what do you think that your strongest personality trait is? I am able, nowadays, and I'm older, if I'm going out to the store or, to the grocery store or Walmart, or to drop a package off, my husband pretty much knows I'm not going to be gone for a little bit of time. He knows I'm going to probably be gone for an hour or so, because I always find someone to talk to. I don't know. I just start talking to people, and then we start showing different interests that we have. And a lot of times, well, whenever I see anybody, I always want to give someone a hug, because you never know if you'll see them again. And because life is so short. But I always ask them, do you need a hug? And you know how many people really need that embrace to just, be held for a moment to show that you really care? So that's one of my personality traits. Not that I have the gift to gab, but I have the gift to be able to interact with people, no matter who they are, what they are. I asked them about, their interests and things like that, or if there was somewhere in the store I saw something that was cheaper and they're looking at something else, and I'll say, there's some stuff over there. So, I don't know. I like people. I like to talk to people, get to know people, and I think that's why on my YouTube channel, when I get a new subscription, I always ask them, hey, do you have a channel? And then I start watching it, and I try to get to know them. This morning, I don't want to get it wrong, I ran into this this girl wrote to me how she loves peanuts, Snoopy, and that's like one of my favorite things. That was throughout my classroom. Daryl drew me so many things because my husband is so artistic. I can think of it, he can draw it. And I said, oh my gosh, I said, you should see my craft room. It is like all Snoopy. And if I could have my whole house Snoopy, I would. Well, I could if I wanted to, but friends give me Snoopy stuff. My one girlfriend, not last year, year before, she gave me a nativity set that was Snoopy, Peanuts, and the gang. But her name, she has on her channel, Always Learning, but it's at 50 to infinity at least, or something. Like, I had it written down. I'm so sorry if that's you. But her name is Mary. I'll try to put it in my description if I remember. You know me, I forget everything. But her channel, she is a teacher as well, but I think she teaches at a college level. But she is she's well-spoken. Her channel is, I just like it. I kept watching it. I said, you know what? I'm going to miss the sunrise, and then I was like, I have so much stuff to do, but I just kept watching it. And I said, okay, time to turn it off. So I think I watched 6 of her episodes, so to speak, on her channel. And I'll probably watch more later. But I really got to know her through the things that she spoke about. And she was really good. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think she started in the fall, maybe. And I think she's already up to 400 some subscribers. So she, in her beginning video, she's like, if anybody watches. But I was like, well, how can you say that? Like, I really am interested in what you're saying. Like, her topics are so well planned and thought out, and she just talks. So I really like her, and I think that's a quality she has like me. But I don't know if that's a teacher quality, that we have the gift of gab, or, you know, to, you know, be able to speak without having a script, because I've never had a script. Sometimes I just sit down with the camera, and yeah, my ADHD, I do jump here and there, and sometimes I forget to go back to another spot. So those are some of the things. But another question I want to leave you with, and maybe next time if I remember, is if you, okay, Gabe, hold on. If you had a whole day to spend alone, all to yourself, if you had a whole day all to yourself, how would you spend it? Would you do self-care? Or a lot of times when I had days off, I would end up cleaning. Usually during the summer, that's when I cleaned my house thoroughly, and then that would be the month of June after I got out, and then July I would enjoy it with the kids in the pool, and then August I had to set my classroom back up. But that was my summers. But now I'm so totally lost because I'm everywhere. And I was telling Jess that I need to set a schedule. I need to get my teacher planners out just like I used to, and plan, you know, the day in blocks. Because sometimes I get so distracted, and I go from one room to put something away, and then I'm like, oh, and then I don't finish the other thing. That's why everything is a mess. And that's why this decluttering thing, which I'm going to have an episode 2 of the decluttering thing, is where on my live last night I announced a name, but I will do it again on the second episode. But if you had a whole day alone to yourself, oh, just moving my leg, old lady, how would you spend it? And another question I was asked with that is, what act of self-care would you want to do? Like, you have to include, in order to get this day all to yourself, you have to include at least one act of self-care. What would that be? What would you like to do for yourself? I mean, the rest of the day you can do whatever, taking care of whoever. But what's one act of self-care you would like to do? Is it sit down and read a book, go get your nails done, get a pedicure, I don't know, take a bath without interruptions while the kids are at school or while hubby's at work? What is one thing that you would like to do to take care of yourself? It could be going to get your hair cut, or maybe trying out false eyelashes. You never had a pair on, so you said, you know what, I'm going to try that. And just mess around with makeup and experiment. I mean, it could be anything. But my video is getting long. I'm looking at the time here, and the sun's in my eyes. And the dogs are being very patient. They want to eat. So that's my video. I just wanted to say, you know, God made you you. And, you know, there's a lot of imperfections I have. And do I complain about them? Yeah, I do. And I have to learn to do self-talk, positive self-talk to myself. A lot of times I'll tell everybody else how wonderful they are, but if I do something wrong, I beat myself up bad. So, but hey guys, we're all working this together. I hope you were interested. And if you made it through this whole video, how about commenting with a purple heart and a happy face in your comments? And don't forget to push the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, if you like what you see, or look at some of my other videos, and if you want to join our community, I'd be happy to have you. But I will be watching all your videos because that's what I do. All right, guys, I love you guys so much, and I appreciate every one of you, all 123 of you I have. So I do. I really appreciate you. And even the ones who don't have channels, that's fine. I know you from the things we comment and interact with. All right? So my boobalubas need to go in. They don't want to be out here because the birds are driving me crazy. See? Told ya. That's a perfect timing. Love you guys. Bye.